You ready?
I'm ready.
We got another song for our NF playlist, Paralyzed. It's funny, I actually seen one of the comments were like, yo, I'm surprised you didn't do Paralyzed yet.
I saw that one.
Yeah. And then I actually, when I browsed through that comment, I was like, actually, we haven't done Paralyzed.
When I think of Paralyzed, I think of your gym workout playlist.
Oh my god, Paralyzed is lit. I'm gonna take a close listen to this. Real close. NF Paralyzed. Let's get it.
When did I become so numb? When did I lose myself? All the words that leave my tongue feel like they came from someone else. I'm paralyzed. Where are my feelings? I no longer feel things. I know I should.
So with his songs, like I can immediately I can be in a happy mood. As soon as I listen to Paralyzed, that shit completely shifts your state.
Yeah, it like brings you to like a moment when like you've probably listened to Paralyzed. And no, that's exactly what just happened to me too. I just automatically just got very in tune with my feelings.
Yeah.
Feel things. I know I should. I'm paralyzed. Where is the real me? I'm lost and it kills me inside. I'm paralyzed.
His vocals though, right?
I really like him singing.
Yeah, no, his vocals are on point.
When did I become so cold? When did I become ashamed? Oh, where's the person that I know? They must have left. They must have left with all my faith. I'm paralyzed. Where are my feelings? I no longer feel things. I know I should. I'm paralyzed. Where is the real me? I'm lost and it kills me inside. I'm paralyzed.
Yo, I swear, this is a song like you listen to when you're by yourself and you're like walking and it's like 20 degrees outside and it's just mad fucking cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this is definitely like on my winter playlist.
Yeah, this is literally like my playlist if I swim in December. Like if I do like a polar bear swim, like this is exactly what I'm listening to. It's so fitting.
One thing I do want to say is NF's music really connects people, especially with like exactly what he says. Like the fact that he's singing this and we can relate, and I'm sure a lot of other people can relate, like that's an amazing thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I typically don't say this because I feel like it's cheesy, but like his music really is like soul searching. It almost like makes you step out of like who you think you are or your like identity, and it makes you question everything. Where he's like, who is the real me? I think he said, or
Yeah.
somewhere along those lines.
I
But like where he lost his faith and shit like that.
Yeah, I like that he almost like for me, he makes me feel okay feeling this.
Right.
That like I'm not the only one that feels this way. So it's nice to know that.
Yeah. And just like him saying like what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lost and it kills me inside. I'm paralyzed. I'm scared to live, but I'm scared to die. And if life is pain, then I buried mine a long time ago, but it's still alive.
I'm scared to live, but I'm scared to die. Like, that's so funny how you can be stuck. Like, you're scared to live, you're scared to die. So, like, essentially, you're not living, but you don't want to die. So it's almost like you're dead anyway. Like,
It's actually the best definition of a lot of people, including myself. Like just stuck in the middle.
yeah. It's like simplistic, but when you think about it, it's like you're scared to live, but you're scared to die. So what are you then?
Mhm.
Right? You're just like,
You're just a hyphen.
yeah, you're technically
Between the
alive.
years.
Right. It's like something in between both.
Mhm.
Fucking zombified.
To live, but I'm scared to die. And if life is pain, then I buried mine a long time ago, but it's still alive. And it's taking over me. Where am I? I wanna feel something, I'm numb inside, but I don't feel nothing. I wonder why.
Oh my god, that's some shit you used to say. I don't feel nothing. I'm numb. I'm dead inside.
Yeah.
Shit fire.
Taking over me. Where am I? I wanna feel something, I'm numb inside, but I don't feel nothing. I wonder why. I'm in the race of life and time passed by. Look, I sit back and I watch it. Hands in my pockets. Wait, come crashing over me, but I just watch them. I just watch them. I'm underwater, but I feel like I'm on top of it. I'm at the bottom, but I don't know what the problem is. I'm in a box, but I'm the one that locked me in. I'm suffocating in the
Yo, I'm in a box, but I'm the one who locked me in. Yo.
Even like sitting in the bottom of the ocean.
Right. Yo.
And I think he's like asking why. Like you can seriously imagine him just like where he's at in his mind.
Yeah.
I'm crashing over me, but I just watch them. I just watch them. I'm underwater, but I feel like I'm on top of it. I'm at the
He's underwater, but he feels like he's on top of it. It's funny how like that dual, like he does a lot of shit that's like basically like duality. You know, like he touches on like the opposite sides of the spectrum, where he's like he's underwater, but he feels like he's on top of it. He's scared to live, but he's scared to die. It's almost like the two opposites,
Yeah.
and he feels like both.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I sit back and I watch it. Hands in my pockets. Wait, come crashing over me, but I just watch them. I just watch them. I'm underwater, but I feel like I'm on top of it. I'm at the bottom, but I don't know what the problem is. I'm in a box, but I'm the one that locked me in. I'm suffocating and I'm running out of oxygen. Where are my feelings? I no longer feel things. I know I should. I'm paralyzed. Where is the real me? I'm lost and it kills me inside. I'm just so paralyzed. Yeah, I'm just so paralyzed. I have no feelings. How come I'm not moving? Why you're not moving? Where is the real? Where is the real me? Where is the real me? I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed.
He's just like stoic as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I seen him on one interview. Like he doesn't interview a lot. I seen him on like I've watched one interview. He's probably on a couple, but like there's not a ton of like interviews that he's done. And like even on the interview, like he's super stoic. Like not much emotion comes out of him. But it's funny because when it translates to music, it's like the complete opposite. Like that's where all his emotion comes out, which is funny. It's almost like it's bottled in and then it's just released.
I think it's always so cool to see that. Like when
Yeah.
artists are just completely different based on like their real personality versus like what comes out through their music or their their character that they're playing in like a movie or something.
Yeah. It's funny because like even with athletes, I think like my theory is that like, and even speaking to a couple people that played like sports, it's like they're one way, but then when they get on the field, they're like a totally different way. And like one way of putting it is like you're almost like releasing that primal side of you. And I can see that even as an artist, where like whether you're painting or you're doing like music, it's like the one time you just release all the energy, and you're not going to be judged for it. You're not going to be hated because it's like artistic. Where like it's kind of why like I like working out, because like the same thing. It's the only time where you can like literally just go ape shit and no one's really gonna judge you for it. You know.
Yeah. And they always say like everyone has their form of expression.
Right.
And I think as a kid, like I never understood that, because when I thought of expression as a kid, I thought it was just like what you're expressing through your face.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you realize like there's so many different forms of expression. And in NF's case, it's truly his music.
Yeah. It's funny, like I think of expression right away. I think about Bruce Lee. He touches on that, where he's like, martial arts is just how I express myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's why he's very like animated with his like sound effects and shit.
So animated.
Like he's truly like just releasing like and expressing himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's and like to see NF like with especially some of his upbeat stuff, like when he starts to yelling and shit, like he gets very expressive. And then you see him on the interviews like super stoic. It's funny.